It's Madden 22, where division rivals will clash in the NFC South. It's the Bucs and the Saints, and it comes your way next.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field the defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Superdome, fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Time to see what this Tampa Bay Bucs offense has in store. They're led by the now 7-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP of Super Bowl 55. Charles, it's Tom Brady.
After 2 decades in New England, a change of scenery, and another tremendous season culminating with a Super Bowl title. 40 touchdown pass in the regular season, the most since his record-shattering 50-touchdown season of 2007 in New England. He did have minor knee surgery in the offseason, but he said he's sticking with his plan to play beyond the age of 45, which is still 2 years from now. Look out, NFL. Tom Brady still wants to win.
Brady now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. After the sack, they'll come up now, third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. We get a look at Jameis Winston ready to lead this New Orleans offense for the first time. in his 7th season in the NFL and his 2nd with the Saints.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, have the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The completion there for Winston. And Jameis, of course, is kind of such a boom or bust proposition at the quarterback position. He can light you up or he can give games away. So defensively, what's the mindset with a quarterback like that?
For me, it's playing more coverage than it is blitzing him, because I think that he has so much confidence in his arm. He may take an extra chance or two, and if you have enough guys downfield, you get those tip balls, or you're able to make a play on the football at the point where the ball gets to the receiver, then you've got a chance to make some good plays against Jameis.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
Now Winston. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Buccaneers' 10-yard line.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. Throwing. Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
1st and goal from the 6. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Winston. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Brought down by Shaq. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. From the gun, it's Brady. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. That catch good for only a couple.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Brady going to throw. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And that'll be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second and 10. To throw is Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing is Brady on third down. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. It's brought in by Harris. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
It's out of time. It's out of time.
Off the play fake, Winston. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And Traquan Smith now in his 4th year from UCF, still expanding his repertoire and finding his way. Makes a nice catch there for a first down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kicks are away. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Brady. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I
think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Winston now. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Nothing our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
And the Saints not only missing Drew Brees from last year, they also lost their top tight end, Jared Cook, to the Chargers. So tight end, it's a position in flux. But that's a nice grab there to pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Winston. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick here is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. To throw, it's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. Touchdown. Chris Godwin, 73 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is down to 2. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
On the return, Deontay Harris. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 18.
He'll start with a give to Kamara. Devin White, the Bucs' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Here's Winston. It gets it complete to Harris. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Winston.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A first down throw for Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll throw again. Winston. Smith with a first down and more. And down right around the 37. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Jameis to throw it.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
And there's a familiar sight. Rob Gronkowski making a catch for a 1st down. And remember, Gronk said he was done in 2019, was out of football after retiring from the Patriots. Brady asked if he'd run it back with him in Tampa, and he answered the call. Gronk earned his 4th ring with the win in Super Bowl 55, a game in which he scored 2 touchdowns.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And Chris Godwin, one of those great unselfish players. Remember, he gave up his uniform number to Tom Brady when he got to town. And he's kind of known as the 1B to Mike Evans' 1A in this Tampa Bay pecking order among receivers. He makes a nice catch there.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Fournette is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point try now for Succop. And the lead is up to 5. That time a 6-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 9 there in the first down completion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Winston's throw complete there to Smith. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A give. This is Kamara. Able to slither by. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Winston. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The Saints on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 4th down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. And they were right in that gray area on the edge of long field goal range. range, maybe too short to punt it. So the defense probably was expecting this was a possibility.
They should have been, and in most cases, what you do on defense is you go to what they call punt safe. In other words, you leave your defense out in the field, prepare for them to possibly go for it, and then you just have a little bit different responsibilities. You're not really trying to get a big return. You just want to make sure you get the ball back. But they fell asleep at the switch.
From the red zone now, Winston. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jameis again. And Winston lost the football. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, and that is incomplete here.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brady. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. To Evans on the slant. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Brady again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
Brady going to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Brady. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
All right, Captain. Let's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodge 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we we've just seen it. I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Succop's kick is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Here's Harris to return it. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs, and it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Here's Harris to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Saints set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start the second half with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Winston. Open man is the tight end Troutman. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here comes the Saints punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Staying on his feet. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. 3rd and long for Winston.
And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at their own 27.
He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Brady. Evans has it left side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the flag thrown for the contact, mark off the yardage.
And sometimes you just read a hitch route way too fast. You get there before you're supposed to, and there's the penalty.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 2nd and inches, Brady.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Brady. Goes right side, complete to Gronk.
And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Brady to throw again. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
1st down catch there by O.J. Howard. Well done, and he's got to be excited because he missed a lot of the fun last year after suffering a torn Achilles back in Week 4. But his head coach, Bruce Arians, says the sky's the limit for him in 2021 after rehabbing in the offseason.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Previous play is under review.
did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
There we go.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Brady now on first down. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
45's the mark. Here we go.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Winston now. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Jameis to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now Brady. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Brady. A quick pass here to Godwin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Demario Davis, Saints leading tackler last year, in on the stop that time.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
A nice completion there for a first down to Tyler Johnson. Excellent size at 6'1". He's a 5th-round pick last year out of Minnesota, and there were a bunch of big names in front of him on the depth chart, but he found a few moments to shine as a rookie and gained the confidence of his quarterback, Tom Brady.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Brady. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 6-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Brady to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that will make this a 19-point game.
31, Saints 12.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. To throw, Winston. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Winston. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He's going to go up top again. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On first down, Bernard. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions...
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic, 3rd and long after that last sack. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because we were grading them on their performance in this game. A lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. To throw is Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. On play action, Winston. He's going to let it go again, and that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A 1st down throw for Winston. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Vita Vea, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Gotta give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Suck up for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Harris to return it.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
Check 45 to Mike. Check.
Back to it after the pick six. Winston out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
Alabama, 380. 56. Too little, tap. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Ryan suck up on the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Winston. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And you can say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6.
Mike's 56. I'm coming after you.
Let's go on. No, 66.
56 Mike.
They'll run it again with Fournette. 2 yards to gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
87's me. 87's me. Single receiver.
From the gun, it's Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 4-yard line.
from the 4. It's second and a couple.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Shadow.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
Round 80. Round 80.
56. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
in your face.
Wide 20 hit.
Mike 56. Mike
20 hit.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will extend this big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's Harris to return it.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Callaway. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away? Really well done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. And this one is incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Winston now. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him bumped down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Winston. He's going to let it fly. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.